All right, and we're live. Thank you for joining us this afternoon, everybody. Thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedule. These things typically only last about 20 minutes. I'm Joshua Paul, Marketing Director of SampleServe, and today we have Paul Goodrow with us of Norn Partners. Paul, he's got about, what do you got, about 40 years in the environmental services industry now? What do you
Yeah,
think?
exactly. Yeah. Someone read my bio the other day and I was pretty impressed, but then I stopped to think about it and I went, well, shit, sorry about that. But hey, if you've been doing business for 45 years, you should have something on your bio, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, you've written a couple books.
Yeah. Yeah. That's fun stuff.
Tell us about what we do here on these SampleServe Masterclass Wednesdays.
Right. So thanks, Josh. The real purpose of this is to help all of our users and potential users become more effective with our product. And really, the context is that we believe that digital solutions are here to stay. We're part of it. We're very involved in the industry, and we want to help not just companies, but people transform and use more digital solutions, whether it's SampleServe or others. Obviously, we'd love you to have to use SampleServe, but we really believe in the digital transformation, and we're committed to our users. So we do this every Wednesday. Josh, it's going to be posted, right?
Oh
Q
yeah.
and A's anytime.
Oh yeah. Yep. And I'll post a link. You can watch all the previous ones in the chat here in a minute. And make sure if you have any questions or anything, put it in the chat. Even when this is over, we always get to the questions and answer them. And if you know anybody you think these would be helpful to, give them a link to this video. These links stay live. You can always watch it afterwards. So let's get right into it. Today we got a special one for you. We're going to talk about some of the things that we've been working on and that we're going to have out soon in the future, especially with the project planning and mobile field app. So let's get right into order supplies and equipment while you plan, which is going to be an extensive feature that we've landed some partners like In Situ who do their own sampling or their own order supply rental services, and they also have meters. And we're going to integrate our platform with them so that they can essentially, if somebody goes and orders or plans a sampling event, they can do that right through our app. So right here, you can see our project planning tool, and this is just a zoomed in version of it. You can see all the monitoring wells here listed here. And when you plan a sampling event through our app, we know everything that you need with equipment rental supplies that you're going to need and when you need it. So you can go up here and hit this little order supplies button. It'll bring you to one of our partners' pages, and you can get anything you need. And we'll also, we'll suggest what you need so that there's a better chance you're not going to end up forgetting something important.
Right.
Anything to add on that?
I think it's a great feature. Of course, it is in development, and part of today is really to let everyone know, as users or potential users, that we continuously improve our product. I can't tell you how much we've put into this product already, but it's significant. It's 7 digits, and that's not enough. We need to continue to enhance our services, enhance the functionality of the product, and so this is one example of how ordering your supplies and equipment as you build your scope of work is going to be, I think, great for the user. And we already have partners signed up to take this and work with us to integrate that into their ordering system. So we have In Situ as a partner. We hope to integrate the meters and the digital devices they have in the field with this technology, as well as allowing them to have an order flow come through them after the project manager in this case sets up the project. So we're very excited about this, and again, we continue to invest in the product.
And it details one of the benefits of partnering with SampleServe, because we like to say that we're becoming an all-in-one hub for environmental services, as in, we're going to connect laboratories, equipment supply and rentals with the environmental engineering consulting firms so that everybody's on one page. You can do the ordering from one page, you can do the planning from one page, and the laboratory is also connected and understands everything that's going on as it happens as well.
All right, keep going, Josh, keep going.
All right, the next one we're working on right now, we're really excited about this. We've been wanting to get this out for a while. It's pretty much unlimited field form capabilities. So a lot of people, what they want in a lot of cases is they just want a simple form, or a very intensive form. It doesn't matter. What we're working on right now is you're going to be able to create any kind of form that you can imagine that you can go out and fill out in the field. And so you can see right here, let's actually go into the app here. So I'm going to take you into the sneak peek behind the scenes of our testing app right now. So when you're planning out your project, you can go up here and hit Manage Forms. And you can see here is an example of a well inspection form. So you can go down, you can name your form, whatever you'd like. And you have all these options. Type of well, this is a multiple choice. Diameter in inches, this is a number that you can put in. Notes about repair, you can put in a text box. You can even put in, take a picture in your form, and you can sign your name to document who and what time it happened. So I'm going to show you real quick how to create one of these. So you just go into add form, you type form test right here, and then you go form name, and then here you have all these types of options. You can do a text, a number, which you just put in a decimal or any kind of number you want. You can do a select one, which is a multiple choice, and you can make a photo, which you can take any kind of photos in the field, and you can also have a signature so that you can document who did it as well. So this is just one of the things that we have always had forms in the field, but now we're having expanded forms, and this list here is going to continue to grow. So any kind of if anybody asks, like say, hey, I want to have this certain type of form, we want to cover, this type of application in the field, we'll add it for you. And it doesn't take very long. So we're very excited about that.
Yeah, I think this kind of this functionality will differentiate us a bit from our competitors. You can create basically unlimited forms yourself. Josh said we could create them for you as well, but this functionality is meant for you as a user to create the form that you need, and you can store it and you can library it yourself. A lot of solutions are out there in the market. You have to come to the creator or the software company to get the form made. Mm-hmm. And we want the user to be able to do this straight out. So that's kind of the thinking behind this functionality.
Right. And the nice thing is that, there's going to be a lot of these forms that are pre-populated when you create an account. Well inspection form, that's just a regular basic form. But if you want to create something specialized for what you're doing in the field, that a lot of, especially if you're sampling for something that's not a usual, you're not in the usual environment, and you want to take some very precise data collection in the field, this will allow you to do that. So let's go back here, and I want to cover our next thing, which is AI predictive modeling. So, AI is the big word that everybody's using out there today. And, of course, SampleServe is also getting into that as well. But I think the biggest thing for SampleServe is the fact that, we've always been devoted to having a clean, easy UI when making report graphics that are easy to learn, that anybody can understand. It only takes a few hours to learn how to use all of our report graphic functionality. Anybody can go in there and create a report. I always say, if I can make an isochemical contour map, anybody can make one. So the nice thing about SampleServe's report generation is that it democratizes that aspect of the workflow, so that you're not always bottlenecked with one or two specialized people in your office that you're waiting on to get it done. And with AI predictive modeling included in this, then you're going to save even more time, because right now it takes a lot of data and it takes a lot of time and effort to predict things in the field. And I'm excited to see this when this comes out, because it's going to be a game changer for a lot of our current clients. What do you think, Paul?
Well, I hate to admit this, but my master's thesis was on groundwater fate and transport. And so I developed a 7-layer, I think it was 600 node computer model for my thesis to predict the distribution of groundwater, the interaction with lakes and streams, et cetera. But think of that, 7 layers, hundreds of nodes. It took me literally a year to load the model. And I loaded it on a card deck. And if I lost a card, I was up the creek, or if it was torn or bent or something, it wouldn't process. I had to process it overnight.
Yeah.
I'm telling you that because Groundwater fate and transport modeling and predictive modeling has evolved a lot since then, obviously. Now there are several groundwater fate and transport models on the marketplace. We hope that this is differentiated by the fact it's very simple, very easy, and the data will be resident within the SampleServe cloud. So, there's no data transfer, uploading, loading. It will be there, and you can use it right from the cloud, our cloud. It will be simple. It may not hit every one of your sites, but it will be simple enough that it'll probably be fit for purpose for 80 or 90% of your sites. So I guess other thing too, Josh, with AI, we're also looking at how we can transform numbers to text, meaning how do we take all the data from our database and translate it into a summary document? Over the last 5 years, benzene has increased by 34%. In 2021, it was the highest level. That data is already there in the database, and so predictive AI, not predictive, but just AI in itself should be able to translate numbers to text, and that text will be available then for reporting by the consultant engineer or the client or whoever would like to do that. So
yeah,
that's the other part we're exploring also.
Thinking something like a Chat GPT, but specifically for creating environmental reports.
Yeah, just mining our data, just taking our data and mining it and really telling it what it says.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that it's going to save a lot of time, because that's really one of the most time extensive is creating that long report that requires somebody to actually type out the whole text. So we're going to move on to, oh, sorry about my cat. He's not having a good time. Team up to enhance the industry. So we started our partnership program, and we're getting important partners across the industry. And this is what we're doing. We're tying everything together into one platform. So right now for laboratories, we've landed big partners like Eurofins. Shield T3 does DNA sampling and wastewater. In Situ does supply equipment rental, and Tia Group is one of our huge digital champions in the field right now. We helped them just land a huge sampling project in the state of Texas as well. So Paul, tell us about how people can go about partnering up with SampleServe and what it's offering for the current partners that we have right now.
Yeah, sure. Well, the premise behind this is that we believe we can create a partner ecosystem with SampleServe as a very valuable part. And what that means is that these partners can use either all the functionality or part of the functionality of SampleServe and deploy that to their customers. In the case of laboratories, the agreement we have with our laboratory partners is that they will be allowed to give this product, if you will, this service, this functionality to their clients and offer it as a premier service or offer it however they like to offer it. And if that client or customer uses it, then that's when SampleServe receives a fee. We've already talked about In Situ, online ordering, perfect. They will automatically receive an email or a file with the equipment and supplies that the sampler needs. The part about environmental consulting engineering companies, I kind of want to stop there and just talk a little bit about that. Josh, is that okay?
Yeah, we got time.
We got 6 minutes. That's good. I've been in the industry, again, for 45 years. It's been primarily with consultant engineers. And what I can tell you with pretty good certainty, that's not the place to invent digital solutions. The consulting engineering is a labor market and a cash flow business. So what that means is that, and you know this if you're in the industry, utilization and receivables. I mean, how many times do you hear that, right? So, utilization, why would a company reduce your utilization to allow you to work on technology? We have 4 or 5 people working on this solution now at 0 utilization. I mean, that's basically what it translates to the consulting engineering companies, right? There are very few companies, unless they're real triggered into digital transformation, that will even allow that indirect expense to be applied to the business. The second thing, digital solutions don't pay off tomorrow, at least if you're the developer. It takes time for that to pay off. And so receivables, well, you're not going to send an invoice out on a digital solution for 3 or 4 years until you get that solution to a point that's ready for the market, right? Now you might be able to use it internally a little bit, and might save you some time and effort. But anyways, when you look at the business model of consulting engineers, I'd love to have a discussion with the consultant engineers out there. But I've been a CEO of a company that has tried to develop their own digital solution. It wasn't the right place for it. And I still see architects, engineers, and consultants struggling with that. So bottom line is, find a partner that you can partner with and allow them to bring their technology to you. Now, the role of the consulting engineer is very important, but to me, that role is integrating these partner solutions with your clients. And so clients have enterprise level databases, they have dashboards that they use, they have a lot reporting systems they use, they have a lot of things that they use internally for their stakeholders, whether it's executive team updates or business updates. So take that technology from a partner and you integrate that with the business needs of your clients. And that's a high revenue or high bill rate environment. It'll be good utilization. You'll be able to bill your client on a monthly basis. You can get, hopefully 80 days of AR, and that fits the model, right? But take that from a partner, work with them to fit for purpose, design it and develop it, and then be that integrator for your customer. So that's my soapbox, Josh. That's my color commentary for.
I like it. It covers it. I like the aspect of I heard someone say once that everybody uses accounting in their accounting software for their accounting in every business, but you don't see every business going out there and making their own accounting software. There's companies that are specialized in software, and there's companies that are specialized in exactly what they do. So every company doesn't need to make software for something that's already been created.
Well, extend that to client relationship management tools, CRM tools. Yeah. Extend that to HR tools.
Yes.
That, I guess it's common practice now. LIM systems for environmental laboratories. In the days of labs developing their own LIM system is probably far gone by now. Yeah. We may have some legacy ones they need to keep keep in play, but who's going to develop their own LIM system? I mean, why do that? So maybe it's just the arc of knowledge or deployment or information that gets people here. But let's team. We're looking for partners. We're very responsive. We have a core product that's very functional, and we will make it better for you.
Exactly. What a great ending right there, Paul. I think
it seemed a little markety.
We'll make it better for you. I like it.
I mean, it's true though. It's like why struggle with this stuff?
Yeah. It's hard when a company realizes, after a little bit of the costs start adding up, they realize, wow, we are really not a software company. So it's hard to watch. But I also, with these Wednesdays usually cover Sample ENV and Sample Log, which are applications geared towards environmental consultants and environmental laboratories. But we also have other products. Sample H2O is for municipal drinking water laboratories. Sample SWR was developed with Shield T3. But we also offer that to anybody that wants to get into the wastewater and DNA testing as well. So we'll cover some more of those in the future. But keep a lookout for us on Wednesdays. We're going to keep doing this every single Wednesday, only about 20 minutes. If you know anybody you think this would be helpful to, just a reminder, send this along to them. And look in the chat. You guys can go in a link I'm going to provide right now, and you can watch all of our last episodes as well. So thank you, Paul. And thank you for joining us as well, everybody. I think we're going to call it at that. Have a good one.